that kind of
Let's
stuff.
talk about
Get my dick sucked.
the difference between coming in a woman versus a man.
That's what we've been doing the last little while.
Dan helps. Dan helps a lot on those episodes.
Shut up?
Yeah, we just let him go. Take the chains off, let him run around, he'll tire himself out eventually.
It's like the dog park.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Entertaining Stupid Podcast. My name is Buddy Jayson. Back with round 2 with the video. Hopefully, I'm in frame. What the fuck are you doing, Ray?
We're on video now.
This is why we can't take you anywhere nice.
This is what actually I had to think about. What I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be on video now. I have to wear something.
Yeah. Did you see the last video?
Yeah,
I
I
was
zoomed in on my
surprised.
face and actually laughed.
Did you?
Yeah, it's like I pointed out we're on camera now, and then Christian turns to the camera, stares at it, and is like, "Are we supposed to stare? Are we supposed to stare at the camera?" And then I zoomed in on his face for like a good 5-10 seconds.
Oh.
And then we just moved on from there. But
Yeah. It's hard to talk about shit now because it's like I always like to vent about my life, but then the people who I'm venting about will end up hearing it because it's happened.
yeah, well, I mean,
Are you serious?
Yeah, I
No one
explained.
listens to this.
Oh right, no, that's not true. Obviously, people fucking listen to it. I explained it last time what happened.
Oh no.
So I guess you have to listen to that episode.
Yeah,
I gotta catch up with my own podcast.
You just threw yourself under the bus.
And then
I'm
Matt,
gonna
that's
admit
what
I
Matt
don't
also
listen.
told me that his mom listens to this, and I'm like, wow, I'm surprised she doesn't tell you to unfriend me.
You get away from that boy. He's
Yeah.
a bad influence.
Mom, just because he's brown doesn't mean he's bad. Even though they start with the letter B, it's okay.
He's a good Catholic boy. No, I was thinking that we had an episode titled "Matt's Mom Don't Listen to This Episode."
True.
That was early.
Specifically because of that.
yeah.
Or there should be an asterisk underneath each episode where we deem it fit for his mom or not.
Just a boilerplate little thing at the very beginning. It's like, hey,
What's his mom's name? Dolores? Dolores?
Is it a duel?
I think so.
So you call him Doug. DD approved, Doug and Dolores approved. So you put an asterisk DDA.
This is the DD podcast.
yeah. So now we have the video. Everything is all charged. So hopefully, the lights don't cut out halfway through.
Good,
And
because I'm
I
blinded.
should have this framed up where I'm actually in frame.
You
so
don't?
Should.
I should. I did. We'll see how the recording turns out because it's already recording. I'm not walking back there to check it. I mean,
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Everyone just slowly scooch to the right.
We're just gonna slowly rotate this
And
out.
then Christian's not in framing anymore.
It'd be really funny if you fucked with the edit where we would just switch spots every 20 minutes. Like we're having a fluid conversation and then say it's like camera's kind of on me and then I'm talking and then I go to another subject and I'm sitting where Syl is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's just what's happening? And
It's a different day. We're all wearing different clothes.
no,
I was
same
thinking-
clothes where it's what just happened?
Wait, he wasn't. I was just thinking it'd be funny, do the zoom in, and then it's us talking, and then it comes out, and Sylvan's replaced by Dan. And we just keep going. To really fuck with things.
Oh.
All right. Well, what I wanted to talk about today is, I guess, the importance of daily routines. Because I find that if I don't do certain things in the morning, it just absolutely
I
wrecks.
literally jerk off every night. He was waiting for it.
Yeah.
It was in his brain.
Yeah,
I could
100%.
read it.
Okay.
The question is, at what time and day?
are you just lonely or
No, it puts me to sleep.
Exactly.
I always found that interesting because
That's not an addiction, right? If you jerk off once a day, it's not an addiction, right?
I
What
mean,
constitutes
I've
an
questioned
addiction?
if it's a reliance or a necessity.
Yeah,
So
if
if you
you-
you can't sleep without jerking off?
So you're with your family.
I just do because it's fun.
If you're with your family in a hotel room, and you're
No.
like, "Hey guys, I have to do this."
No,
it's
no.
a necessity.
No.
It's
well,
not an addiction.
well, it's like no, because
consider-
you're thinking in the future. Because if you go to a trip with your family, it's a week, and you don't do it for a week, you're gonna need
for a
lot
week
of-
you find time. Everyone's like, let's go do this. And you're like, I'll see you when you get back.
I have
understand.
100% done that before.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stay here, and then it's I'm not gonna get into it. Nobody gets to know that.
Thank God for phones.
I go through my bookmarks.
Are you watching porn every time?
kind of a necessity, isn't it?
Sometimes I challenge myself and I close my eyes.
And
I think
I
about
got-
shit, but then
I got
It's
a
hard
pretty good
mode.
imagination.
but then my brain will go off into something else, like
So-
skateboarding, and I'm just like, that doesn't really.
okay, I'm just
That hard
thinking.
flip. Oh!
I'm just thinking if you're masturbating every night and you
Okay, this
porn,
is not going to be a segment. We're not going to go past this, okay?
Damn it.
I'm just thinking you might have an addiction to porn.
No, I don't. No, I think because in my brain, an addiction is like you're at work and you have to look at it, like you have, or it starts to interfere with your life or your actual sex life. If you can't
Yeah.
get hard and stay hard because it's like, oh, I can only do it with porn, not a real person, then that's a problem.
Okay.
If you challenge yourself, like, can I go a week without doing it?
This is becoming a segment. And I'm like,
How does it make you feel?
shit.
Because like
We're on this, Chris.
I did
You brought it up.
that a little while ago. I was like, I need to do a little bit of a cleanse.
At
Go a week
first,
without.
this was a bit, and now it's just like.
It's a thing now.
Sorry.
Okay, what was your question? I'll answer.
It's just like, well, they do that No Fat November where they go a whole month.
Okay, that's also a joke,
hard.
right?
That's what.
That's also a joke.
No Fat
Some
November.
people take it pretty seriously.
Destroy your dick December.
That's just
That's a bit. That's a joke.
No, but the first one, I think people started taking it legit. I think
Okay, then if you literally don't jerk off
for a month you'll
for
die.
no. When you're taking a shit, you'll probably just start jizzing because it's all that back pressure. Because everything's pushing against everything. You have a big enough dump, you will start jizzing into the toilet.
It
And
just
then
feels
there
so
was-
good.
No, I don't
You're
think
coming from taking a shit.
Okay, this has never happened to me. Okay, but I'm just saying that probably
So
all,
friend
the,
of
all,
a friend of mine.
all the plumbing is probably, I would think, like pretty close to each other. So if you take a big enough shit, it'll probably, if you haven't done it for like a while, I'm assuming.
Like you take a big enough shit, it massages your prostate.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
I don't think so. I think after like a week, your body starts getting to the point where it's like, okay, like we're in like rest mode or whatever. Like it's still producing, but it's not.
And then,
is it
well,
producing now?
Yeah,
well,
no.
what happens the moment after you have taken that break? Is your first one just like
It's pretty
like
sick.
a solid mass?
Actually, it was funny. Tom Segura talked about that because he had a vasectomy recently and he was very open about it, which
Is
was
that-
hilarious.
That's where they.
They clip the tubes.
Yeah,
Right, so you
vasectomy. Yeah, so it's just no sperm, right? But they told him not to jerk off for like 2 weeks. Right, and then he said the first time he was doing it, he was so nervous what was gonna happen. Like, is he gonna blow? Is his like whole nuts gonna blow up? Like is he gonna start spitting blood everywhere? And then he said when he was coming, he was like manically laughing because he was normal because he was expecting it to be like blood and pus. And,
So he's sitting there coming. He's like, ah.
yeah, exactly. He's like manically laughing.
Oh, that's a scene.
Yeah. So
So wait, so when you get a vasectomy, you still come.
yeah.
It's just
It's just the vast
It's
difference
not loaded.
gets cut. Because the semen is stored in the seminal vesicles.
okay.
Or sorry, the semen, the actual fluid is. But they're just cutting the tube beforehand, so all the fluid comes out, but it's just no sperm.
Okay, so it's like there's like two separate tanks.
It's like a
There's
buffalo
sperm
jump
and
for
then
sperm.
Like the analogy.
Yeah, there you
All
go.
right, but so there's like two different tanks, and the one tank will run
They're
off.
blowing
to
up
the
the
other.
bridge, man. They're not getting through.
Huh? I always thought it was like one fluid.
What?
He always thought sperm and cum were the same thing.
I guess so.
Yeah,
But
'cause
you
it's
can't
like
have
sperm-
you can't have cum without sperm.
Yeah, because the sperm comes out, and then they get liquid, like they put the liquid
Yeah.
through the seminal vesicles, and then it comes out.
Gotcha.
or like when a doctor says like, yeah, you can't have kids because you're
Sperm count.
It's usually sperm count's
Yeah.
low, or they're just not moving.
yeah.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you're shooting dust.
No.
Right.
Can you
Oh, that
imagine?
makes sense.
What was that?
You're about
Don't worry about it.
The fuck.
It's like an air compressor or some shit.
She's giving you a head and it's just like gust of wind.
Sounds like it's like a fucking blow up valve or some shit on the car.
No, I was gonna say with going to fourth gear on this baby.
Yeah.
Alright, continue, Rick.
I'd read one time where they said if you stop jerking off after 3 days is the most buildup you'll have, and then after that it like peters out, and it'll either I think it like just goes back into the body or whatever. Like the body knows how
Goes
to
back with the balls.
deal with it. Pee is stored in the balls.
Yep. You're like, it goes back into the bladder where it's stored, because everyone knows that.
Back into the
Cum
lower
is stored in
intestines.
the bladder, right?
Yeah, you piss out
Made
bladder.
in the spleen, stored in the bladder. Comes out your asshole.
So we remove your penis, you now come from your asshole.
Yeah. You fart jizz all the time. Okay, can you imagine if you're married, right? Somehow.
Not after this podcast.
And no, not me specifically. I'm talking about the person who farts out cum, right?
Maybe I gotta tell you
And
something.
no, they're having sex, right? That's how you have a normal orgasm. Just as you pull out and you just stick your ass in that.
You turn around
soap
and
the best.
spread your cheeks.
You use the tube from a jerry can or some shit to direct it.
Oh my god.
I thank Christ we have video for this.
Things get weird.
My political career is ruined.
I think
Damn
oh,
it.
fuck.
I mean, unless things get really weird in the next while.
Oh man.
Politicians.
All right, so back to daily routines.
Right.
Like in the mornings, I find I get up, I'll go for a walk or a run in the morning.
Jesus.
Really?
Yeah, just for a half hour.
What's it like to be motivated?
What's it like to be a
I'm
Christian?
I'd like to be Asian.
The Asian part is a little bit tough in the prairies here, all right? Not a lot of girls.
Oh, I was thinking you have a lot of restaurant opportunities.
A lot of dudes though.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
But I'll go for a run in the mornings just to try and build motivation to get me through the day and kick my mornings off. I'll come back home, shower, get dressed, have some coffee and breakfast, and head off to work. But then there are shitty days where I decide to just lie in bed for the extra hour or so before I have to get to work, and then I just jump out and get dressed and head off
What
to
do you
work.
eat for breakfast?
I have eggs and
How many?
2 eggs.
How do you do
scrambled.
it? Oh, there you go. Shoot, you got ahead of me.
What temperature?
2 eggs scrambled?
Yeah.
In a frying pan?
That's that much egg. How do you scramble that? Is your pan this big?
Yeah, it's just a little frying pan.
You just
How- actually that big?
shot glass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not. It's probably maybe 4 inches in diameter.
So I'll make 5 eggs at a time to make it worth it.
Because I'll do I'll scramble 2 eggs and then I'll toast up a bagel and then throw on some ham and make a breakfast sandwich.
Holy shit, that's
You
pretty.
got McDonald's in your kitchen?
Well, I'm trying to be a little more active in the mornings so that I feel motivated to continue through my day. Right. When I miss those days because I'm feeling a little bit depressed or something like that, I'm just lying in bed and not doing it. I get up, I go to work, and I feel like shit. I don't feel like doing anything that
my
day.
old friend. Is that what goes through your head?
Yeah.
I wonder about that, where you read online, people I spend half an hour laying in bed to get motivated to get out of bed. I'm thinking, fuck, what a waste of time. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm asleep until 20 minutes before I'm in my truck and driving to work.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No.
I've prepped my lunch and everything, so I literally just throw on clothes, grab my lunch, and I leave.
Do alarm clocks wake you guys up?
Oh yes.
Oh, really? Because I wake up 10 minutes always before it goes off.
I've gotten to the point where I'll wake up 15 minutes before my alarm goes off, and I'll lie in bed, wait for my alarm to go off, and then that's sort of that should be my lie in bed be a piece of shit moment.
Yeah.
But some days.
Wait, do you make a lunch?
Sometimes, but most of the time my mother just has leftovers from dinner, and she'll bring them over, and I get to bring
You
that.
almost said your mother makes you lunch, but
Yeah.
then you backed out of that one.
Fixed it.
Well,
which is fine.
technically.
So since you get up 20 minutes before you have to leave, do you make a lunch?
Yeah.
The night before?
It's usually leftovers are make a sandwich and leave it in the fridge.
But yeah, so the alarm goes off and you just roll out of bed. And do it.
Roll out of bed, throw my work clothes on, leave.
Yeah, we 3 used to live together, right? And I remember during the summer, I would wake up and I would do the same thing as Sil. I would just hop in the shower and then head out to work. And me and Ray would work around the same time and leave the house around the same time. You would be out making breakfast and reading the news on your phone and stuff like that.
He has to get up probably an hour and a half before work.
Yeah.
It takes him half an hour to open
Yeah.
the fucking jam the charge.
Yeah,
It's a daily
it takes
struggle.
him several days to open that jam.
If it's strawberry, yeah.
Yeah, so he's there at the table eating, and then he sees me just sort of wake up, rush into the bathroom, I shower, and then I get dressed, and I'm just out the door before he was. And he's like, "What?"
Well, before he's even done eating breakfast.
Are you slow in the morning? What do you mean?
Ray's just a slow eater in general.
Yeah.
Like,
I eat a bagel every morning, and so it takes me
Seeds on it?
It's a cinnamon raisin bagel.
Dessert for breakfast.
Fuck off.
No, just kidding.
No, but I have it timed out where it's 15 minutes by the time my alarm goes off and I go to the washroom, make the bagel,
You
make
take
my
a shit?
tea.
You morning tupper?
No, after breakfast, if it goes.
Okay.
The rule is you poop at work, so you get paid for it.
True. Actually, after my first cup of coffee, that's when it's like, holy shit. But
It really kicks into gear.
Yeah.
But yeah, 15 minutes to get ready, 15 minutes to eat, and then 15 minutes to go ready after breakfast. So I have
So
like
like
a
brush
45 minutes.
Do you guys brush your teeth right when you get up or after breakfast?
after
breakfast.
See, yeah, I'm the same way.
Why would you ever?
Do it
A
before.
lot of that's what I mean. A lot of people are like, yeah, as soon as I wake up, I have to get that taste out of my mouth. It's like, yeah, you eat food.
Or just rinse your mouth out a little bit.
I remember when I was a kid, my dad was like, all the bacteria that's in your mouth is going to go in your stomach anyway and get burned up by the acid, so don't worry about it.
Does it even go into your stomach, or is it just chilling?
Bacteria?
Yeah, isn't it just chilling in your mouth?
I mean, if you eat something,
If
you
you eat
probably
something,
drag
you probably
something.
drag it down.
I never. Even
But no
thought
one's ever
about that.
died from not brushing their teeth in the morning.
You just lose your teeth.
You guys brush your teeth at night?
Yeah.
Like every day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sometimes I miss.
I mean, like the occasional
Like a
time when
time.
I go
Yeah.
out drinking or something like that, I'm not gonna remember.
Jason comes home just plastered, but is able to brush his teeth somehow.
Jason's
He
lying.
pissed his bed, but he's able to brush his teeth.
There are some times where I come home absolutely trash, and I remember to take out my contact lenses.
Ooh, professional.
I'm actually the same way, because I have to put cream on my face every night for my eczema, because if I don't, I'm like, my whole face blows up.
Mm.
And there's times where I wake up and I'm like, oh, I put stuff on my face last night.
Way to go, me.
That's like the routine.
Yeah.
Even if you're drunk, you're just not even there. You're still doing it.
And then I wake up to like a shitload of like chocolate chips in my bed, because I tend to do that too. Grab chocolate chips and eat a bunch, and then
All right, now with this routine in the morning, I've realized that I need a routine at night to help me prepare for the morning.
oh, okay, what is that? You're looking at me kind of strange.
Well, I mean, you're here
You got
jerking it off every night, but like
You're here specifically here.
It off.
I will turn off all of my electronics.
You make it sound like that's the most not normal thing in the world.
Hey, I'm just pointing.
I don't have
it out,
a wife, okay?
Yeah, but like for me at least, I will turn all my like screens and stuff like that, devices and everything like off.
You think that does something?
It helps me get to sleep and
I think
relax
you're supposed to.
a little bit
They say that.
easier. But like I'll be just in my room with just like a lamp on,
Oh yeah.
and I will just either sit and try and journal or draw.
that
That's
was
a weird way of saying
that was,
jerk off.
that was like a solid. I like to journal.
and then it just
Jerk
helps me. It
jerk
helps,
off into his journal.
it helps me sort of like
The
compare.
pages.
Yeah.
Monday.
Fuck off,
He
guys.
writes. He only writes his daily thing on the two sides, and then he jerks off into it and shuts it, so no one can ever read it.
By the time I finish my book, it's just all stuck together.
It's all just like thick pages. Like, why can't we read any of these?
But like, I
What is
will.
it, super glue?
This must be incredibly important in here.
Fuck off. So like, I'll write about certain things about my day and what I hope to accomplish the next day, just to help me sort of frame things and keep me on track and motivated.
How long have you been doing this for?
3 months.
Oh, they're gonna say like 4 days.
13
Yeah,
years.
that's something I wish I did. Like I do it for work because like I
Today,
like,
no fuck ups.
No, like it's like I did this, and this, just so I know that my timesheet's right,
Mm.
and plus it helps my work basically price up the next job because they know, okay, well it took them this long to do this, took them this long to do this, price it out.
So you do like a report,
Yeah, pretty much.
like a cop.
But you're doing that at work?
That work.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't bring it into my real life because
No, I tried that too, and it's just.
But I feel
it
like
immediately falls apart.
From the other podcast, when we talked about that kind of stuff, it's like we like to go to work and then come home and just fucking chill.
yeah,
It just seems like work.
Well, but if it's for your personal life, it shouldn't.
it shouldn't.
It
But
shouldn't,
Yeah,
but it
it's
still feels like work.
Like, how do you feel motivated to do it?
It just helps me sort of reframe things after a day or so. It's like, okay, this is what I accomplished. This is what I want to do. Here are the steps that I need to continue to do it. I won't this is what I would like to have completed tomorrow, but usually what happens is I get like maybe 50 to 70% of it completed. It's like, okay, well I missed I didn't do this today, I need to do that, the next day or the next day, and just sort of it reminds me of the important things that I want to do, and
Like what?
buy flowers.
We over the last couple of months here, we've been
I've been pedals in his bed every night.
only when a special lady's coming over. But like over the last couple of months, we've been
You and me.
we've recorded something for a game show that I've wanted to produce for a long time now.
Yeah.
And like the last little bit here is just us getting together and filming our reaction to how everybody did and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like I've been forgetting about it or like pushing it off and stuff like that. Like I originally wanted it done at the beginning of September.
Okay.
We're probably going to meet at the end of September here
Fucking COVID, right?
to get it all filmed and finished. And like, it's just been me sort of like pushing it off and off and off and off. And then I realized it's like, no, I want to get this done. We got to film this so that I can edit everything and get it out this year, hopefully. Right.
Yeah.
So it's just like me writing down and remembering, hey, you gotta call the guys to see when we can actually get all 6 of us in a room, because that's been a little bit difficult the last little while.
Do you have enough mics for that?
I figured out the logistics behind it, so
Like double up or?
yeah, we'll double up. I also have some lapel mics and stuff like that too.
Oh, okay.
So
And there's a couple of Yetis.
yeah.
Oh, I was like, what do mugs have to do with anything?
I just talk into a mug instead of a mic. They don't need my voice.
Raise that mug upside
Oh, it'd be
down.
hilarious if you just like but you had a lapel mic in it and you just stuffed it in there, and so you're actually getting sound from it.
Ooh.
So when it's on the video, someone brings the Yeti closer to their mouth and it actually gets louder, and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, so
Well,
just,
that's pretty cool though. That's actually admirable.
yeah, and it helps keep me motivated, and it just sort of gives me a goal to sort of continue to work towards, because I find myself I'm more motivated when I remember that I have something that I want to achieve, and then the moment that I sort of lose sight of that, I sort of meander and maybe get a little bit depressed or something like that. The last couple of days here, I've been a little depressed and a bit bored. So I've just almost finished another project of me singing Mamma Mia.
Oh, I saw that on your Snap story. Was that on your Snap story?
Yeah.
I thought that was from like a couple of years ago for some reason. I'm like, oh, I was such a loser. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Jason.
This is what my friends think of me.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
Can you
You just
explain-
destroyed this man.
Sorry, can you explain the
How
purpose?
about Dan, his old man's career?
Can you explain the purpose behind it?
So the purpose behind, like, I was feeling depressed and I was bored, and I was just sitting around my computer, just like playing video games and like not really feeling like accomplishing anything, right?
Yeah.
And I was just listening to music, and I found this sweet ass cover of Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
And in the description of the video, it's like, hey, if you guys want to make your own, here's the music for it.
Make your own.
Like, make your own video with the like singing Mamma
Here's the
Mia.
music for it.
Yeah. So like a guy did a cover for Mamma Mia, and he
Oh,
did
so
it-
it's like add like royalty, like you don't have to.
Yeah.
You won't get pulled off YouTube for it.
I mean, I probably won't, because it won't be monetized or anything like that.
I put out like when I used to like edit skate videos and stuff. I'd use like I think I used Kanye once and it got muted, like the audio was taken out.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's not the actual track, but he did it and he remixed it in like a lo-fi or version of it, and he put it out for free. He's like, hey, if you guys want to do something similar, here's the track for it. And I thought, okay, I'm bored, I got nothing else to do, and I'm feeling a little bit sad. I'm trying to cheer myself
I
up.
guess like sassy.
I'm feeling fat and sassy.
And one of the things, my family told me when I was in Seattle, was like, hey, if you ever feel, down, try and sing a song out loud. You usually should brighten up your day, like get you in a better mood. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go sing Mamma Mia, and I recorded myself doing that, and I was like, I already
You
have it.
actually singing or lips singing?
I'm actually singing. Like, I recorded me doing a track, and I mixed it, and I kind of did some sound editing and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, well, I have this. Might as well go full board on it and shoot.
So you were blaring outside, like you were just
Yeah.
Going all out in the garage.
Yeah. It took me 3 hours to record the track, and then 3 hours to film everything this morning.
Damn.
Yeah, he actually shared it on Discord. I was watching, like, he live streamed his screen.
If you want to check it out after this podcast,
It's pretty
I'll
funny.
show you.
I laughed a couple times.
Where the neighbor's like, oh, there goes that retarded Asian boy.
Yeah, probably.
At least he's not playing with swords again.
Yeah.
Like, stepping from the end.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. You were actually like, being really loud and like singing your heart out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually.
Did people give you money? Like throw
You
quarters
poor
at you?
child. Get a job.
That's pretty cool because you know what? That's pretty admirable because I would never do shit like that unless it was just like my friends, I guess.
Oh, like this?
Maybe
Christmas gonna have to sing a song now.
maybe not Mamma Mia, not some shit like that. But Sound of Music? No,
The Hills Are Alive.
You want to sing some ska?
That's a very.
is that a band or a genre?
It's a genre.
No.
We need a.
You had a thought.
Oh man,
forgot
I will figure it out,
Let's
and
sing
we will do
Halo. The Halo thing.
an entertaining stupid music video. We'll figure it out.
I always laugh at songs when they have the people in the background being like, just it's noises, not singing, but like or
So singing. Is
yeah, or like opera or
Like
whatever.
you're talking about the ones where I think I saw a video of it. It was like a high school, and there's one kid in the bathroom, like in frame, and he starts doing the Halo theme, and the camera turns. There's like 20 other dudes in the bathroom, they all start singing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's something that was new that I kind of feel like I want to continue trying to do. Like if I ever feel depressed or something like that, is just shoot a stupid video.
Have you ever thought about doing like bits, like film bits?
Skits? Yeah,
We've
I've been writing stand-up comedy and bits here and there, and just trying to figure out the logistics behind it all.
Just like shitty, like fucking skits.
Yeah,
Like
Sylvan came up with the best stupid product ever, and I want to shoot an infomercial for
let's
it.
do it. What is it?
I don't want to say it on the podcast.
You don't want to ruin it?
Yeah,
Okay, you tell us after.
I will.
But like, I've been
Tell us now.
You haven't heard about that? I thought I told like everybody.
Well, not me, I guess.
Oh fuck. Now I feel.
You told everyone important.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
Wait, I'll tell you after this.
Okay.
there's like stuff I want to do. Like I want to shoot
You're
little.
not wrong, Ray.
I want to
You're
shoot.
trying to hurt my feelings, but it's really not.
I dug a lot deeper, you know.
I want to shoot like little 30-second like skits or whatever to play in the front of the podcast and stuff like that. You know, like how sometimes, most of the time, I have cuts of like audio that didn't make it into the podcast.
Yeah.
To sort of act as like a header and stuff like that for it all. I want to shoot.
Honestly, some of the
little
best comedy is the headers.
Yeah.
shoot little skits and stuff like that to stick in front of it.
I'd be down. That'd be fun. I did skits. I did one skit with a guy I went to high school with. Remember the quick snack videos?
Think? Maybe not. No, maybe not.
Explain.
Okay, well, I'll just say his name on the podcast. Nick Letwin.
Okay, yeah.
He did those quick snack videos.
Okay,
I did one with him, and it was in Spanish, and that was so much fucking fun. And that's it. That's my story.
Do you guys have a Spanish class?
I took 1 year of Spanish in university. It was the hardest shit I've ever done. No, that's not true. One of the hardest things though. Trying to learn that shit. Did I ever tell the story about when I was in the second year one?
No.
Oh my god. So I took Spanish 115 and I also signed up for 117. So 115 is like that introductory kind of thing, right? And I showed up for 117. The class is full. It's like a small classroom at the university. And I sit down and the guy comes in. He's a Scottish guy that teaches Spanish, which is hilarious. And he says something in Spanish really fast, and everyone responds like in sync, the same thing, except for me. And I'm like, shit, am I like in a fourth year class right now? Like, did I go to the wrong thing? And he writes like Espanol 117 or whatever. I'm like, holy shit. So I'm like, I am dropping this class immediately as soon as I get out of here, right? So I'm like, just like kind of doodling in my book, and he calls on me, and I'm in the corner of the classroom, and I'm like, oh fuck, and he says something that kind of like points at me like this, and like waits for me to like finish his sentence in Spanish, and I'm like, fuck, and the girl next to me said something, so like told me what to say, so I said it, and then right after that I felt so embarrassed, I got up and I was leaving. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, I think I can't remember what the excuse was. I think I said I was like not feeling good or like I had a doctor's appointment, and then I went to the library and dropped the class and signed up for like geology or some shit instead.
Damn. Just walk out of the class.
Yeah, but I mean, I learned most of my Spanish from Narcos, to be honest. But anyway, that's my story. That's it.
Okay.
So yeah, we should do it.
Man,
Yeah,
you got
you do
bad
speak.
luck.
With what?
Like the one kid out of like the whole class who doesn't speak Spanish.
I didn't understand why everyone was so good and I wasn't. Like, presumably, we all took the first class.
Did it go 115, 116,
No.
117?
It was 115, 117.
So the
and then,
skill
and
level
then
just jumped.
I don't understand what happened. I was like, why does everybody know this?
They just assumed everyone who was goofing around took the first class and wouldn't take the second one. So like only the hardcores will take the second one.
So
I don't know.
Is that like your professor was like, all right, this is your second class of Spanish, you know?
Mistake. I tried to keep my head down. It didn't work. I was actually also in a linguistics class.
A linguini class?
Yeah, linguini class. Yeah, linguistics. I can say it. Fucker. And you know how you have like the theta sign, and like you have all these like I don't know what they're called. Like pronounce. They're not
Like umlauts and like
like
sounds
sounds like that. You look at a symbol and it's like a sound. I don't know, but it was in a first year class, and she was like put it up on the board and wanted people to repeat it back, and so she show the symbol on the projector, and then the whole class would in sync also say the sound. And I was in a class with my friend, and her and I looked at each other and we're like, what the fuck? Did we miss something in kindergarten? Because like, why does everybody know this?
You joined a cult.
Called the University of Saskatchewan.
The only thing I can think of is
They
when
steal your money and they give you shit back.
Yeah.
So when they're like, oh, you're supposed to review everything before the class and then go to the class. But it's like that shit now.
No, that's Indian people shit. They do that.
Yeah, it's like, read the course syllabus. I'm not touching that.
My dad once told me, he was like, for every hour of class, you got to study 3 hours. I'm like,
Holy
I have to
fuck.
study like 39 hours? Is that what you're saying? A day?
Yeah.
No.
That's stupid.
So,
Ray and I would repeatedly go to our, employment law class drunk.
employment
It wasn't
law.
drunk, it was buzzed.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna Louis and drink?
Yeah, because it was an evening class. Me and Ray would go down to Louis, have dinner, grab a couple of drinks, and then show up to class. And then I think one class we were
the one we took too far.
yeah, we were just chatting constantly, and then we just got dirty glares from people sitting in front of us, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I would have castrated you.
I'm here to learn, people.
I paid $700 for this class.
All
I
right,
just paid $7 for a burger.
Yeah.
all right, we're gonna get back on track.
Okay.
All right, I want to know
What
what kind of routines do you guys do, to try and cheat yourselves out? Because I mean, I went through and I explained how I want to try and shoot stupid videos.
Wait. You said to cheer yourself up, or is it our normal daily routine?
We're gonna go with cheer yourself up. Like if you ever feel a little down, depressed, sad, blue, however you want to phrase it, what do you do to try and cheer yourself up? I mean, Christian jerks off.
No.
That's just an everyday
Don't
thing.
throw that on me.
No. Well. No.
You gotta bring out every bit of dopamine you can get.
I like to torment my roommate. That's probably fun. Makes me laugh.
It's pranks.
He'll fuck with me all the time. He'll like run at me, and then I'm like, for a while I didn't know how to respond to that. Like I just like, oh fuck off, man. But then I just started to grab his dick.
Like he runs at you and you just
Oh yeah.
the ball.
I'll be like, no. I just give him forewarning. I'm like, I'm gonna grab your dick, and he's like, do it then. And I grab it and he punches me really hard, and then he walks away and it's done. But he stops bothering me after that. So I'm like, or like, yeah, I'll just grab his dick.
That's the beginning of a porno.
Like he wears these like shorts and just like you can see his dick right there. Go for it.
So,
But
can you start doing this with Dan? Like
No.
he starts bothering
See,
you.
that's the thing.
he'll
Like,
join.
yeah, no, Dan, like, I'll try to escalate it, and Dan will escalate it on me until I inevitably
He'll show up in
stop.
Sill's room with a gimp suit on or some shit.
He's bothering you. You cup his ball. He cup your balls, and then at the end of it, you're both jerking each other off.
Essentially, I'm afraid that would happen, yes.
I'm afraid and curious that'll happen.
But really, I just like to watch like comedies or something, or like a funny podcast, or go to bed early. I don't know.
I love the one where it's like when you're done with a day, so you just go to bed.
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, I'm done.
What do you do?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah,
you.
right. Sorry.
He's staring at you. We have video proof now.
Cut that. I have a really bad habit of just rewatching TV shows. So I'll
Like
be like,
episodes you've seen?
oh yeah. And,
It's
like,
because it's familiar. It's like
it's just like comfort food almost.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, I know exactly the plot, I know exactly what's going to happen, but it's enjoyable, and that's been good for a long time. But I've really reused the same ones so many times. It's kind of faded
Maybe you
off.
just need to dig a little bit deeper and go further back, like watch an old Teletubby or something like that.
No.
That'd be a different experience. I'll wait for the drug trip on that one.
I don't know. Usually I just like I dive into like video games or something. Like when it's not something where I'll like say like to a friend like, hey, let's play some video games. It's like, no, I'm doing this by
I got
myself.
solo.
I'm signed offline in Steam.
Yeah.
No one knows I'm doing this. I just yeah.
Okay, wait,
Like
but
jacking up. No, everybody knows.
no, you got to call people while you're doing it.
Call people while you're coming.
So it goes offline every night at 9:20 because everyone knows at 9:21 he's in his bookmarks.
And by
Looking for something
9:27,
familiar.
9:27, he's back.
9:24. Let's be a little
But he knows
realistic.
he's gonna get a solid nut out of it.
Hey. No, but the video games one is I find when I'm in like the sad blue mood or whatever, I don't want to get into anything too intense. Where it's like, oh, I started a new show or I've been watching a new show, and I'm like, this is really like intense and there's a lot of plot and story going on. I really have to focus while watching it. You come home and you're super tired and sad. And you're just like, oh, I don't want to fucking do that. I don't have the brain power for that.
No, you're not playing like the new game that came out. Like you're playing something that like you could start and stop.
Star Wars Bounty
whenever.
Hunter from like 2002.
Yeah. Just like something that like they're even if I fail, it doesn't matter. Like they're like something like Breath of the Wild. Like that game is like it's great, like bright.
That game beat my dick.
Yeah, that's because you're just bad.
Yeah. I didn't understand it at all.
Yeah, but like it's something that it's like you could like hop into, play for 20 minutes and stop, and it has no effect on anything. But like if you get into a game of Dota, you're strapped in for 45 minutes. Like
I can't really relate to the video game thing, but this did happen one time. So last month we got our canning line at work, and it was such a fucking disaster. I remember being there on the Friday for 13 and a half hours.
Jesus.
Just because it was just, and I was so dead the next day. I laid in bed and I watched the entire God of War 5 walkthrough. I think it's 5, right? The one where he's in the Norse mythology.
Yeah.
Kind of, is
Yeah,
that
that's
5?
the newest one?
Yeah.
5, yes. I watched the entire 6-hour walkthrough, and I laid in bed and watched that. I don't really play video games. I played God of War 3, a little bit of it until I got stuck on one part and quit. But like, there are some days where that made me feel happy just watching cinematics.
Well,
I like watching video game cinematics. I went through a weird phase where I watched all the Batman, like Arkham shit, cinematics because that's interesting to me.
It's cool because you get the story of the game, and most of the gameplay is just.
I don't like playing video games.
Yeah.
Because I like the story so much
Yeah,
that I have to work for it is kind of annoying to me.
Yeah.
So if they made like an entire movie where it's just like cinematics, I'd be down for that. That's sick.
Actually, there was a subreddit for that. It's called Video Games the Movie, I think it was.
Oh yeah,
I
because
don't
they
know
do
if
like
so.
Resident Evil movies like that, don't they? Like game, like cinematic style. There's a couple of them.
I don't like not
There's, like,
officially
cartoon.
because like Resident Evil itself is a movie franchise that
Was it a game or a movie first?
it was a game first.
Okay.
It was a game first, and then they wrote a whole new thing, and it just like splintered off of the game, and that became the movie.
Oh, okay.
Right, so the first movie had nothing to do with the game, or at least
The premise
Not-
was the same,
Or maybe
the
it was like a
premise.
Final Fantasy thing. 'Cause they did a couple movies, right, where it's
Well,
like
they-
video game style.
Yeah, no, Final
Uh,
Fantasy did release a couple
Advent
movies
Children,
like
which was pretty much based on 7.
Yeah.
I think Skyrim did a thing too. Didn't they do like an hour movie like that? I came across it on
Yeah.
YouTube.
that.
Unless it's like fan made, you're talking.
No, it was like actual. Like that's a fan made. They make those fan made.
People machinima. It's a whole genre of shit.
Oh, okay, so I'm thinking of when they actually take clips from the game and just cut out like, oh, you're doing
No,
mission,
no. It's like a whole like fluid story. Like people,
just like brand new
Yeah.
stuff. What?
I think so. Like
Really?
because I know the difference between watching just cinematics because it'll cut randomly and then
Yeah.
because presumably that's where you play.
Yeah.
Like no, this was like it was like 40. It was like an hour, but I got like maybe 15 minutes into it. It was like a full like fluid kind of thing where I'm like, that's kind of weird for a video game to have a cinematic that long.
Yeah,
You know,
that's interesting.
because there are a lot of people who play video games kind of not like cinematics. They just kind of want to get it over with and be like, I just want to play.
Depends on the game, but
Yeah.
yes. Like
But
some
yes.
some games are like definitely like story driven, so you want to know what happens in the cinematic. Whereas some games it's like the story doesn't matter. I'm here to do one thing, and that's shoot zombies.
Yeah.
Shoot zombies and shoot bullets.
That's why I really like those Star Wars games, because it's like, for me, it's all part of the canon, because I'm a big Star Wars fan, so it's like, I want to know about stuff.
Right. So in that case, when you're playing the game, when it's like a cutscene and they introduce like, oh, you have to go to this place to find out this mystery, and then while you're playing the game to get there, are you like pissed off that you're playing it, or you're like, oh, you're still having a good time?
I think because I'm such a big Star Wars fan, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was like any other game, I'd be kind of annoyed.
Like, I just want to get to the point and know the mystery.
Yeah, like when I played Star Wars Bounty Hunter, like the 2002 one for PS2, I think the best part I loved when it would go to a cinematic. Because maybe that was like also when you completed like a level, so to speak, it would go to cut to a cinematic, and I'd be like, yeah, because it means that you moved on. Yeah. But yeah, I just don't like when games get too hard, like God of War 3. I don't know. Did you guys play that?
Yeah, I think that was the last one I beat. Actually.
There's a part in the game where you're going up this tunnel, and he's got his fucking chain hook things, and you got to avoid rocks. I was stuck on that part for an hour, and I ended up watching a video of how to get around it, but I couldn't do it, so I just was like, I'm over this.
And that's not a thing where you can turn down the difficulty.
No, I think it was only, I always play on the easiest because I'm more there for the story if it's good. Like,
yeah,
I can give, like, I got Diablo 3 for Mac when it, like, re-released, like, what was it, like 6 years ago already or something like that? 6-7 years ago. And after I beat the game, it, like, kind of just continued. I went back to the beginning or something. It was the same fucking story. And I thought it'd be, like, different, but it's just the little things that didn't kill you as much before. Now they fucking decimate you. I'm like, that's not fun, so I quit.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it since.
Yeah. No, I'm similar where it's when I play a video game, they're like, you have easy, medium, hard, and then before easy, there's story mode where they're like, you're just here for the story.
Yeah,
and
I would click that all day. I'd click that all day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck about. There's no, like, I hate that challenge in video games because in the end it doesn't fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
That's like bowling, but they give you like a 50-pound bowling ball to have fun. Like, that's not fun to me. I'd rather just play with a normal ball.
Okay. Other things that I want to go back to, routine and stuff like that.
One day we'll finish this topic.
Yeah. I mean, like, that was fun, but like, something that I sort of have on, I guess, weekly that I sort of look forward to for enjoyment and stuff like that is just something like this podcast, right? I really do look forward to these moments when we can actually sit down together and share a couple of beers or something like that and just shoot the shit and chat. And
it's called The Weekend, and everyone in the world looks forward to it.
Unless you work.
The Weekend?
Yeah.
Then you suck.
Fuck you, grocery store.
I mean, like, something...
Have fun stocking your frozen fucking product.
Like, there's a difference between...
Straight fire.
us, like, hanging out in someone's backyard or basement and, like, whatever, right? And then us being now on camera or, you know, having the mics in front of us.
I can't touch Sylvan as much as I want to.
That's never stopped you before.
Ooh!
Okay. Yeah, and it's just like us trying to...
Are they gay?
I hope they are.
It's like us want to watch.
No, but I know someone who does, and his name is Dan.
Yeah. And it's like us trying to plan out, you know, when we can meet, sit down and record all of this stuff, and like us trying to figure out topics to talk about on this podcast. Like it's all of that leading up to this, and then us actually recording it, and then I guess me editing all this stuff. Like that's something I really do enjoy, and it's
For so long, I felt so bad because like Jayson, like we go to his house, he has all the equipment, cleans up after us, and then does all the editing, and he uploads it, and it's like, man, we just show up.
And even then,
something. I mean, like, look at Dan. You know, I get him once in a blue moon.
By God, are those the
which
good
is the sad part because like I know exactly where he is. I know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, he lives in your house.
He lives in my house and he's playing video games now.
You should have just told him, hey, you should just come. Actually, I think it would be hilarious. This is just my own brain and my thoughts. But it'd be hilarious to have Dan not even on camera because he'd be loud enough to hear him anyway, or like off mic.
Yeah.
Or you just hear him talking shit. You can hear it audibly, like when you're listening to it. I think it'd be funny.
Yeah. So
Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, are there certain times during the week that you guys sort of look forward to and stuff like that?
I love just skating. Like when I get off work and it's nice out, like yes, I'm gonna go skate. It's gonna be sick.
I did that for a little while too.
Yeah, I saw that you started skateboarding. What's that all about?
Yeah, I mean, my older brother skateboards a lot, and he came back to Saskatoon to sort of quarantine with my family and stuff like that because he doesn't really know how to cook. And Vancouver, the restaurants all shut down, which is his sort of lifeline.
So wait, your brother's in town?
He was.
Oh, he was.
And then Vancouver opened up again, and he went back home.
Okay.
But like while he was here, he dug through his old things and like found his skateboard, fixed it up and stuff like that, and he was skating around. And that's sort of one of his, I guess, hobbies and passions or whatever. And then,
Is he good?
Pretty good. Yeah, he likes going out to skate parks and stuff like that.
Bam Margera.
It's pretty good. I mean, like circa what 2003?
Like Viva La Bam.
Blink 182.
Sick. But like the kickflip back disasters on transitions.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but like he when he went home, he left a lot of stuff at
Is that his board?
Yeah. That all the skateboard stuff is his, and I figured, if he's not using it, might as well try and remember how to skateboard because I did that as a kid or whatever, and like it's fun.
Have you eaten a lot of shit yet?
Oh yeah. I still can't ollie for shit.
Well, I mean that takes time, and you're also like, are you 28?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're 28.
I thought Jayson would be using a banana board.
I was looking for a banana board, and I was thinking about a longboard, but I was like, just stick with the skateboard.
You get a cruiser board that's in the shape of a big giant
dick.
No, banana. I was gonna say banana actually. It just assumed I was gonna say dick.
Because we've been talking about jerking it for the last.
You've been talking about jerking it.
Christian had no part.
You've been talking about me jerking it. That's what you've been talking about.
Yeah, so like, I'm just wondering, like, still, Ray, like, are there stuff? I'm trying to
I'm not allowed to come. I'm gonna be kicked off after this.
Still, Ray, I was just wondering if you guys had like moments or like stuff that during the week that you look forward to doing.
Not really. It's mostly just having the weekend. I don't like having knowing that I have to get up and go to work the next day. That's the worst thing about my work week. Like the job and the work I actually do is fine. It is what it is. But it's like the night where I'm like, I have to go to bed, I have to get up, and I have to go to work.
So you mean like 10 o'clock on a Sunday night?
Yeah, but it's just like, and here we go again.
Yeah. So
that Friday at 5 o'clock where I'm like, I don't have to do anything.
Friday evenings at 7:30. That is like the world's my oyster.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling.
And I'm in bed by 10 o'clock.
How's your job going, Ray?
Right now?
Yeah.
No, he's talking about 5 years ago.
It was a dark
How was work at Graham Construction? Was that going well?
It was
a thing.
Exciting. Things are good right now. I'm on a route that starts really early and it's long days, so I fucking hated last week.
Like 6 a.m.
At the warehouse at 5:30, and then I got back at the warehouse at 5:30.
That sucks.
I was like, I fucking hate mine.
Do you get paid some kind of overtime?
I do, but they do it by week, not by day. So it's like once you get over 40 hours in the week, then you start getting overtime. So
you get paid for it, or is it like bank time?
No, you get paid. You can bank it if you want, but yeah, it's like they're good about that. And also I got Wednesday off, which was nice. So
oh yeah, I saw you.
Yeah.
I saw him at the grocery store. I thought he was someone else.
Oh.
And then he waved at me. I'm like, I don't know this guy. And then
wearing a mask.
That's the crazy thing. I think I maybe talked about this before, but I didn't understand, Superman, like Clark Kent, he wears the glasses and then he takes them off and, oh my god, it's Superman, right? But he puts them back on and like, the fuck are you? Mm. That's real.
Yeah. I think one of the great examples of that in real life is like Tony Hawk.
What?
Yeah. If you look at Tony Hawk without a skateboard in his hand, you would have just expected that he was just
I'd still free. I guess because
you're a skateboard person, but if anybody else, because Ray kind of knows what Tony Hawk looks like still, right? But if the fact that he was just walking down the street, you wouldn't have recognized
he's walking around in a helmet, elbow pads.
Yeah, I was just saying, if he was dressed up like skateboard gear and stuff like that,
not doing a 900, you wouldn't know it's him. In on the sidewalk, he just a flat around 900.
That guy's so good, he should be a skater.
Yeah. Actually, I was listening to another a skateboarding podcast, and someone came up to Tony Hawk, he he was just out and about, and the guy was like, "You look a lot like Tony Hawk," and he's like, "Yeah, I get that sometimes."
I think it was a bunch of tweets that are basically the same thing, where there's even a picture of he was at some store with his daughter, and they were just doing and somebody he was just at the counter, and the guy was just like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" Just that he's like, no, probably not. And then like half an hour later, after his daughter was done shopping, he's like, okay, yeah, I'm Tony Hawk. And the guy's like, no way. It's like he had no idea.
That's the
Just
best.
knew that, like,
That's the
he
best kind of
recognized
celebrity.
Yeah, because you can still get around.
It's crazy because in skateboarding, I guess it might be like any industry, like even like professional gamers, like they can go to a grocery store and no one's gonna bug them, but for people in the known who they'll like freak out. If you like with say if Paul Rodriguez, like that board back there, says P-Rod, that's Paul Rodriguez. If you went to a grocery store, nobody would know who he is, but if you fill that grocery store full of people who skateboard,
everybody knows what he is.
It's actually crazy. I was watching there's this skateboarder named Eric Ellington. He's like in his 40s now, but they did like a little mini documentary on him, and they released it a couple days ago. And he was saying that since he grew up skating, he was like kind of renowned back in like the early 2000s. The kids who grew up in that time skating are now like in their mid 30s and have like careers. So he's like, the amount of people who like recognize me, like cops, like accountants, people who work behind like a coffee, whatever, the till or something like that. Just if you grew up skating in that time, you knew who he was. But these people don't really skate anymore, but they still know who he is. So it's like a weird kind of celebrity, right?
That's cool.
Yeah. But like you walk down the street, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't recognize him.
It's not like fucking like Cameron Diaz walked down the street.
Or Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, because it's a more exposure, right? It's movies, and most people watch movies.
All right, now we're getting closer to an hour here. I just want to end off and ask you guys on this. Do you guys prefer to have extra time in the mornings or in the evenings?
Evenings.
Evenings?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm more of a morning person now. That's what I tend to find. Is like I would rather get up like extra early so that I can, again, going back to my routine stuff, go out for a run.
How do you fucking run in the morning? God damn.
I mean, I try to run. Most of the time it's just me jogging for like 10 minutes and then walking for 20 minutes.
Still exercise.
Yeah.
More than I do.
Yeah, but like that's what I'll pop on my headphones, listen to a podcast or an ebook or something like that, and that's what I'm using to sort of help.
So what time are you going to work at?
I have to be at work by 8 o'clock.
Okay, and what time are you getting up at?
I'm getting up at like 5:45, 6 o'clock. Go for a walk for like a half hour, something like that. Come home, shower, make my breakfast, and then head out to work.
Crazy. Yeah, because if I get home, because I usually finish work at 4, but if I get home at 6 from work, I feel like I've been robbed.
Oh.
I mean, technically,
Yeah. It's like an hour after 5.
Because by the time I eat and then chill, and like, oh shit, it's already like 8:30. I gotta go to bed in an hour.
Yeah.
and
And like,
off in an hour.
like even now on like the weekends and stuff like that, I'll find like, fuck it, I want to go to bed by like 11 o'clock so that I can still get up at 6 o'clock in the morning on a weekend.
Mm-hmm. No, you don't do that.
No, my alarm is off. I am in bed until I go. I have to get up.
What
I'm
time
hungry.
is that usually?
It could be anywhere. Like some days it's like where I'm still in my routine from like getting up early every day. And it's like, okay, it's 8:30, I'm awake. And then like on a long weekend, come Monday, it's like it's fucking 1 in the afternoon. It's like,
Damn.
I can't do that. Like 10 o'clock rolls by, I'm like, I need to be out of bed.
Yeah, like I think I was up to like 8:15 today, which is like sleeping in. You at work already?
Yeah. No, that's the thing is I don't want to destroy my schedule too bad because if you're waking up or like I have to be at work for 5:30, so I'm waking up at 4:30. It's like I can't on Saturday sleep until noon.
yeah.
And then trying to fix that for fucking Monday.
So, yeah, you're getting up quite a bit earlier than me though.
Shit's hard. I was gonna say, when you guys wake up, is it like you're a fucking zombie until you have coffee, or can you do without it?
No, I need coffee.
Like you're dead.
I'm not dead because like I'll wake up.
Do you do the walking before the coffee?
Yeah, I'll do the walking before the coffee. Yeah.
So that should be the natural energy you get.
Yeah.
The coffee is just a problem, Jason.
It is. I go through 4 or 5 cups of coffee before 10 o'clock.
Are you serious?
Shit. Yeah.
You're gonna die.
Yes, I went.
And I drink a lot of Red Bull.
I went all of August without having any coffee.
I can't.
You don't want me telling you that.
It might be
You're gonna be the guy
the
like
fact that
they're gonna start. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
excited. And it might be the fact that I'm like just habitualized to it. Like it's just part of my daily routine. And
That's blood.
that's how I do it. Because like I go.
Do you just get rank shits then?
Oh,
Because that gets your bowels moving.
Yeah, it gets my bowels moving, and like what will happen is I'll have a cup of coffee for breakfast, right? I'll have a cup of coffee on my way to work. At work, I'll refill my little craft.
Your 64-ounce like flask.
It's at most 16.
Is it growler?
Like a growler.
Yeah. I'll have another cup of coffee at work before.
5 to 7 cups? No, liters.
No.
He drinks coffee like Dan drinks yogurt.
Yeah, out of a bag.
Bag coffee.
He's got one of those hydro packs that you put on your back, and you just have a straw.
I was
Just
thinking
coffee.
with that hat.
He puts cream in his mouth first, and then sucks it.
Back to my
Sorry,
story
I'm so
there.
sorry.
Back to reality.
Like I'll have my third cup of coffee at work before I'll finish it before like 9:30 or so. Then have my fourth cup of coffee and usually a shit at work. And then
Drinking coffee on the
I'll
toilet.
finish that by like 11 o'clock, and then that's it.
They got nice toilets there?
Yeah, it's pretty fancy.
Is it like individual
Like
bathrooms?
individual bathrooms? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Communal
Yeah.
toilets in a row.
Have you ever
I've
have you ever taken a shit? Or I mean, I guess when you go to take a
Battleships.
shit and you come out and there is it gender neutral bathrooms? Like
No, it's not gender. There's one labeled
Have you
men's,
ever
one
been in
women's.
a gender neutral
But, like,
bathroom?
no, but I mean like a bathroom versus washroom with the male and the female. Like you
Yeah,
know
no,
what I
it
mean?
says washroom and it says men on it.
Oh, okay, because it's like it'd be hilarious to take a shit and then you open the door and like your hot crush, the girl you're crushing on at work is like right there and it's just.
But, like,
Don't go in there.
I will. I'll have my fourth cup of coffee by 10:45, and then that's it. No more coffee for the rest of the day.
Are you impressed?
It's like you like that. Going back to you drinking 5 to 7 liters of coffee. They're the reason why they have to put a warning now to say not to drink that much. But it's gonna be Ray's face on it though, because of the amount of Red Bull that he drinks. Like this is what caffeine does to you. Just like they have like on the packs.
Oh, it's hideous.
Yeah,
I'd quit caffeine.
but it's just
if
a
I saw
normal
that.
picture of him.
It's just great.
Where people
smiling.
look at it and go,
That's
"That's
just
not
like
bad."
his Facebook profile picture from like 2006.
Oh, fuck yeah, my Facebook pic, yeah.
I'll turn to a pubescent white male.
Also, the fact that work supplies all that coffee,
yeah.
it's a Keurig machine and pods it right there. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna use them.
Can I, Kate? Before we stop, end, can I tell a funny?
Go ahead.
I find it's funny.
This is our
Okay.
end.
Okay, this
Christian.
is so my friend today, he was telling me the story about he hooked up with this girl that he didn't really want to hook up with, but they were fucking for a couple weeks, right? And she slept over even though he didn't want her to sleep over. And he had to go to work in the morning, but she wanted to bang before then. So he's like, yeah, so I bent her over the kitchen, the bathroom sink, and I was going to town, and then all of a sudden I smelled something. He said he took one whiff and he was like, nope, and pulled out immediately and told her that he was sick. And ended it right then and there because of that. And I'm like, well, what did you smell? He's like, I don't know what it was. It was probably just a sticky vagina.
Oh my lord. And ladies and gentlemen, with that is our episode for the week.
I'm stunned.
I want to say thank you for joining us. If we haven't horrified and disgusted you, well, you are one sick motherfucker.
It's okay, I'm not coming back on the show. I won't be allowed.
He's just going to have a producer credit from now on.
Dear God.
Join us next week where I hopefully have scrubbed this podcast absolutely clean and we're just talking about good old Christian values.
My values.
God damn it.
Bye, guys!
I'm going to scrub this podcast from my memory.